Hi everyone. Today what I'll do, we'll discuss on the National Immunization Schedule and its the current status. So current, what are the vaccines which are given, and since you all know, Government of India keeps on adding new vaccines, so it becomes a part of National Immunization Schedule. So we need to be updated on this, and I'll try to make it simpler. So let's try to understand, comprehend. And at times I have heard students saying that it's not easy to remember. So I'll also talk on how to remember this National Immunization Schedule, and in case there is an addition of new vaccine, so that how to ensure that we remember that also. Okay, so let's try to understand the National Immunization Schedule in detail. Now, so the beneficiary, the first beneficiary which we should take is the pregnant woman, right? And what I'll do, I have the columns named as vaccine, and so what are the vaccines which is given, what is the ideal age, due age, what is the upper limit of that, what is the maximum age till that vaccine can be given, what is the dose, what is the diluent, and what is the route, and what is the site of administration. So these are the columns under which we'll try to learn the National Immunization Schedule. So let's start. The first beneficiary is pregnant woman. Now for pregnant women, as per the schedule, we give the vaccine called tetanus and diphtheria. So it becomes TD1. So the first dose of TD is given. When it is given as early as possible in pregnancy. You should give early in pregnancy. The moment you come to know that the lady is pregnant, utilize that opportunity and give it. So what is the maximum age? It can be given across during the pregnancy, but it should be given the moment you come across, the moment it is possible for you to give it, please give it. The dose is 0.5 ml. It is a liquid vaccine, so you don't require any diluent, and it is given intramuscular in upper arm. Now, once you're given this, after a gap of 4 weeks or 1 month, we give a second dose of TD and to the pregnant woman, and the dose, diluent, route and site remains the same. Now these 2 doses of tetanus and diphtheria is given to the pregnant woman. Now if the same pregnant woman becomes pregnant second time, or the subsequent pregnancy, second time pregnancy happens to be within 3 years of the previous pregnancy. Suppose this is my previous pregnancy and this is the subsequent pregnancy. The gap between these two, if it is within 3 years, if the second pregnancy or the next pregnancy and the previous pregnancy, the gap is within 3 years, then what happens? You don't need to repeat these 2 doses. You need to give 1 TD booster, right? But if the gap is more than 3 years, right, the second pregnancy or the subsequent pregnancy happens after 3 years of the first pregnancy, then you need to repeat the 2 doses of TD1 and 2. Now students, it is also important here to remember one thing. I have seen many getting confused in the dose. Please remember, all injectable vaccine, I'll write it here, all injectable vaccine, right, all injectable vaccine dose is 0.5 ml. Please remember, if you forgot, just remember this. Okay, it's injectable vaccine, 0.5 ml, except BCG and FIPV, right? Except BCG and FIPV, all injectable vaccine dose is 0.5 ml. So as of now, remember, so this dose is not an issue now. It is TD vaccine, it is not BCG, it is not FIPV, so the dose will be 0.5 ml, right? So this is about pregnant women. Now the next is, let's take about infants, right? The child has taken birth. So at birth, What are the vaccines which are given? BCG, hepatitis B birth dose, and oral polio vaccine 0 dose. These are the 3 vaccines which is given at birth. This is the due, but it's not possible every time to give the vaccine at birth. Means there is the beneficiary has not turned up, it's a home delivery. Then what happens? What is the maximum age? What is the upper limit till you can give the vaccine? For BCG, it is 1 year. So till 1 year, you have a space where you can give the vaccine if not given at birth. For hepatitis B birth dose, it is within 24 hours. So you don't have much time. Within 24 hours of birth. And oral polio vaccine 0 dose, you are giving within first 15 days. Right? So this is the maximum age. Now, let's talk about oral polio vaccine. So it's an oral vaccine. You are giving 2 drops. So you don't require any diluent. It is route is oral, not an issue. Site is also oral. Now, hepatitis B birth dose is an injectable vaccine. And I said in the previous slide that all injectable vaccine dose is 0.5 ml except BCG and FIPV. So hepatitis B birth dose, the vaccine inject dose will be 0.5 ml. It is a liquid vaccine. You don't require any diluent. It should be given intramuscular, and you are giving in anterolateral side of mid thigh in the left thigh. You could give in right also, not a problem. The only thing is for uniformity, we are ensuring that hepatitis B birth dose should be given in the left thigh, right? With regard to BCG, I said now it can be given at birth. If not, it can be given till 1 year of age. Now, I have already said all injectable vaccine doses 0.5 ml except BCG and FIPV. Now, so BCG dose will not be 0.5. So what is the dose? It is 0.1 ml. Right? Now there is one more subclause to this. Now let's take birth here. Let's put 1 month and let's put 1 year. As I have said, BCG should be given at birth. If not, it can be given till 1 year of age. Now dose I said 0.1 ml, but the clause is if the child age is in between birth till 1 month, then the dose will be 0.05 ml, means half of this, 0.05 ml. If the child age is in between 1 month to 1 year, then you should go with 0.1 ml, right? This is the only clause. Now it comes in powder form, so you require a diluent, and diluent is sodium chloride NaCl. Route is intradermal, and you are giving in upper arm left. Okay, so this is all about vaccines given at birth. Now let's talk about 6 weeks, 10 weeks and 14 weeks. So next due age is 6 weeks, 10 weeks and 14 weeks. So let's talk about oral polio vaccine. Oral polio vaccine should be given at 6 weeks, 10 weeks and 14 weeks. First dose, second dose and third dose. Now why it is first OPV 0 dose? We have at the birth when the OPV is given, it's called 0 dose, and that has to be also given within first 15 days, the maximum age. Why? Because the next first dose happens to be 6 weeks, which is 45 days, and the gap between 2 same live vaccines should be at least 30 days, 24 weeks. So to maintain that, OPV 0 you are giving within first 15 days. Now coming to 6, 10, 14 weeks, you are giving OPV 1, 2, 3. First dose, second dose and third dose at 6, 10 and 14 weeks respectively. OPV can be given till 5 years of age. Dose is not an issue, 2 drops, oral. The next vaccine is pentavalent. Since it is penta, so you have diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, hepatitis B, hemophilus antigens are there, 5 vaccines are there, 5 antigens are there. So it is pentavalent. It is given at 6 weeks, 10 weeks and 14 weeks. Now the maximum age to be given is 1 year. Injectable vaccine, student dose not a problem, 0.5 ml. It is a liquid vaccine, intramuscular. Now since you have hepatitis B was given in left thigh, so this also intramuscular given anterolateral side of mid thigh left. right? So first dose, second dose, third dose, 6, 10, 14. The maximum age is still 1 year. The next vaccine is pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. Now, pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, you're giving at 6 weeks, you're giving at 14 weeks, not 10 weeks, and you're giving one booster at 9 completed months, right? Maximum age 1 year. Dose not a problem, 0.5 ml. Liquid vaccine intramuscular. Since you're giving pentavalent in left, so please give this in anterolateral side of mid thigh right. Okay. Then comes rotavirus. You're giving it 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 14 weeks. Maximum age is 1 year, 5 drops. It's a liquid, oral you can give. Fractional IPV, which is inactivated polio vaccine, fractional IPV, you are giving at 6 weeks and 14 weeks, maximum is 1 year. Now remember my statement, I said all injectable vaccine dose is 0.5 ml except BCG and FIPV. So the dose of FIPV will be 0.1 ml. It's a liquid vaccine, you are giving intradermal, you are giving in upper arm right. So these are the vaccines which is given till at 6, 10, 14, and pneumococcal conjugate vaccine is the vaccine which is given at the booster dose is given at 9 completed months also. Now the next due age is 9 to 12 months. So 9 to 12 months you can see you are giving measles rubella, you are giving Japanese encephalitis where applicable, because Japanese encephalitis is not prevalent, is not used across the country. Wherever JE is endemic, we are using this, and vitamin A is also given. Let's exclude vitamin A now. We'll talk vitamin A separately, right? So you're giving measles rubella first dose. The maximum age of measles rubella is 5 years, right? Maximum age of Japanese encephalitis is 15 years. Dose injectable vaccine student, not a problem, 0.5 ml, 0.5 ml. Both comes in powder form, so you require a diluent. For measles rubella, it is sterile water, and for Japanese encephalitis, it is phosphate buffer solutions. Both is given subcutaneous, one you give in right, one you give in left upper arm. Vitamin A, the only thing is that remember, if the child age is less than 1 year, you are giving 1 ml. If the child age is more than 1 year, you are giving 2 ml. So you give the first dose of vitamin A, you are giving at 9 to 12 months. You can give 1 ml and it is oral. But separately, I'll talk about vitamin A. Okay. Now, for the next due age is 16 to 24 months. So let's go with measles rubella second dose. Let's go with Japanese encephalitis second dose. As I have said, measles rubella maximum age is 5 years. Japanese encephalitis maximum age is 15 years. Dose students not a problem, 0.5 ml. Both comes in powder form, so require a diluent, sterile water for measles rubella and phosphate buffer solutions for JE. Both are given subcutaneous, one in right upper arm, one in left upper arm. Now, in addition to this, we are giving OPV booster, right? Now, this, as we know, OPV can be given till 5 years of age, 2 drops oral. We will introduce now DPT first booster, which can be given till 17 years. Sorry, not 17, 7 years. The dose not a problem, 0.5 ml. It is a liquid vaccine. You don't require any diluent, intramuscular, anterolateral side of mid thigh left. And vitamin A is given every 6 months till 5 years of age. And since it is more than 1 year, so you are giving 2 ml oral. But I'll talk about vitamin A separately. Now, in addition to this, now in 5 to 6 years, you are giving second booster of DPT, which the maximum age is 7 years. Dose not a problem, 0.5 ml intramuscular upper arm. And then at 10 years and 16 years, you are giving TD. The maximum age is 16 years, 0.5 ml intramuscular upper arm. So this finishes your National Immunization Schedule, students. Now, what has to be done? It's very important. Let's talk about first, let's finish vitamin A. As I said, you can give in between 9 to 12 months the first dose, which is 1 ml, students. Then I said after every 6 months till 5 years you have to give vitamin A. So if I consider second dose at 18 months, so I'll add 6 to to all this. It becomes 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54 and 60 months. So students, so in this we give 1 ml, and let's count this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 doses, 8 into 2 ml. So you're giving 16 ml here and 1 ml at 9 to 12 months. So total vitamin A you are giving 17 ml till 5 years of age. So this finishes your vitamin A. Okay. Now, as I said, the golden rule which you should remember, that all injectable vaccine dose is 0.5 ml except BCG. Now you can remember BCG, it's 0.1 ml with a clause of 0.05 ml between birth till 1 month, and FIPV 0.1 ml. I've already clarified BCG 0.1 ml. Half of 0.1 ml happens to be 0.05 ml, which is given between birth till 1 month of age. And from, if I take birth here, this is 1 month, this is birth, this is 1 year, students. So in this age group I can give 0.05 ml, and here we are giving 0.1 ml. Right? Now this is your National Immunization Schedule. Now what I'll do now, quick revision, quick fast revision. Pregnant woman, first beneficiary, the vaccines given is TD1, TD2, a gap of 4 weeks, right? Dose injectable 0.5 ml intramuscular upper arm, right? Maximum age, as soon as, still in the entire pregnancy, if not given, it can be given. The second thing is, if the second pregnancy of the example which I have taken, if it falls within 3 years of first pregnancy, then you need to give only TD booster. If it falls after 3 years, then you have to repeat the dose. Right? So this finishes my pregnant woman. Let's come at birth. What are the vaccines given at birth? BCG, OPV0 and hepatitis B birth dose. Right? BCG can be given till 1 year. Dose is 0.1 ml, students, but the clause is 0.05 ml in between birth till 1 month, and 1 month to 1 year you are giving 0.1 ml. Right? It comes in powder form. You require a diluent, which is sodium chloride. It is given intradermal and left upper arm. OPV0 2 drops. It can be given till 15 days, not a problem. Hepatitis B birth dose 0.5 ml intramuscular anterolateral part of mid thigh left, and this can be given till 24 hours, within 1 day, within 24 hours of birth. This finishes your birth. Now comes 6, 10, 14. Let's go with Penta 1, 2, 3. Let's go with Rota 1, 2, 3. Let's go with PCV 1, 2. We don't give PCV at 10 weeks. OPV 1, 2, 3 and FIPV 1 and 2. Right? Now injectable vaccine, pentavalent is injectable, dose is 0.5 ml, not an issue. It is a liquid vaccine, oral 5 drops. You are giving PCV injectable 0.5 ml, not an issue. Oral 2 drops, FIPV exception, remember, 0.1 ml. If I write the maximum age of Penta 1 year, Rota 1 year, PCV 1 year, OPV 5 years and FIPV 1 years. Right? You are giving Penta in anterolateral part of mid thigh left. Why? Because hepatitis B is a part of this. And you are giving PCV in anterolateral part of mid thigh right. Oral, this is oral and this is intradermal upper arm. Okay. Now at 9 to 12 months we give PCV booster. We are giving MR1, we are giving JE1, and we also give vitamin A. This maximum age 1 year, 0.5 ml, zero point 0.5, zero point 0.5, not an issue. This is maximum age is 5 years, maximum age is 15 years. Vitamin A less than 1 year if it is 1 ml. So we know we'll talk it separately. So this is as 9 to 12 months. 16 to 24 months students, go with MR2, go with JE2, right? Add OPV booster, add DPT first booster. Dose of this not an issue, 0.5 ml. These are subcutaneous vaccine. You give subcutaneous and an upper arm, right and left. And this is you are giving intramuscular antilateral part of mid thigh, left, right? And vitamin A, which I'll talk separately. Then come students 5 to 6 years. You are going DPT second booster, right? It can be given till 7 years of age, 0.5 ml. And then 10 and 16 years you are giving TD 1 and 2. Finishes. Now this is your quick revision. The fastest way of the thing which we should remember is the upper limit. If I talk about BCG, 1 year is the upper limit. If I talk about hepatitis B birth dose, it is 24 hours. If I talk about OPV 0 dose, it is 15 days. But if I talk about routine OPV, it is 5 years maximum age. If I talk about Penta, 1 year. Rota, 1 year. PCV, 1 year. FIPV, 1 year. If I talk about measles, rubella, JE, it is 5 years. This is 15 years. Let's talk about DPT. It is still maximum 7 years you can give. TD for adolescent it is 16 years, and for pregnancy you can give during as soon as possible in the entire period of pregnancy. This finishes your National Immunization Schedule. So students, I hope you would have liked it. Thank you very much. If you like the content, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.